Hey, what's going on everyone? Greatest of all Texas, Vinny here. Wanted to talk about the Cybertake S2 PRO indoor-outdoor air conditioner. As you see here, this is in the bag. This is an accessory you can purchase separately. I'll talk about that later in the video. But so far I've had this for 4 months, using it in the summer when I first moved here. I was unpacking all of my boxes here in the garage, super hot. Was able to complete those daily tasks of 6 or 7 hours sitting out here in the garage, all thanks to this. Like I said, about to start cutting the grass. Already got sweaty, gonna drink some water. Probably turn on the Cybertake S2. Probably turn on the Cybertake S2 right here. Cool down. But right now, the lawnmower is back in action. GOATX, let's go. If not, I think I would have passed out even after drinking like 4 or 5 energy drinks along with electrolyte drinks. But overall, this has been a really good device that I've used in the garage, in the backyard. Had a birthday party, was able to do a cookout, keep my guests nice and cool that were sitting right next to this. No complaints. Now, I'm gonna show you what I think about it and also how you can use it in your home or out when you're camping, which is another bonus. So let's get into it. What's included in the bag, which this is also an accessory, is, let me snap this off right here. Really nice straps. So you get these 2 air ducts, which are around 5.5 feet long each. So you can use one on the front to run suction, say to your rooftop tent, or one or both on the back to be your exhaust to let out the hot air, which when I had it in the garage, I think I have a picture I'll drop in. I ran it out my garage window, the hot air, and kept all the cool air in. Just finished a great job, stayed cool with my AC unit made by Cybertake, the S2. Kept me really cool while I was here in the garage working on the daily brake job. Helps when it gets 94 degrees out here in Louisiana. So this bag has YKK zippers, really nice. A good pocket on top, which has a nice zipper pocket to keep your drain pipe, which discharge hose for the water, so that way it can keep it away from your campsite or any electronics you don't want to get wet. This is the converter for power. Pretty big. If you're running this for long periods of time, it does have a rubber sleeve on it, but I kept it on a metal pot so that it wouldn't get hot on anything that maybe catch fire. And then this is the actual unit right here. 25.5 pounds. Pretty good size. This is the front cover that allows you to hook up your exhaust pipes. So this can either be ran on the front. This is the back one, and there's a front one on this side. So on your front you can do your hose there, or on your back, and you could buy all 4 if you need it to be set up that way. And thankfully with this unit, it is waterproof. It's not submersible, but it could, withstand like small splashes of water or light rain. So that way it can be kept outdoors in the elements. And the bag, the same thing. It is going to be good in the back of your truck, as you're transporting, or in the back of the FJ, but it's not something that you could fully submerge. But like I said, it has YKK zippers, and I think it's an IPX4 waterproof rating. So let's put this right over here. So before I talk about the main AC unit right here and all of the glory, I wanted to just show you the accessories that you can get. This, I think, is really a good thing to get so that you can store it properly. This is sold separately. It's a storage bag, and as most bags in the market have this type of zipper, YKK, it's known to just be a lot more weather resistant and more durable, more like, withstanding abuse and use while you're opening and closing it. The bag itself is an IPX4 waterproof, which is suitable for splashes, water, light rain, and then, not anything too major. So this is the best way I feel like you can transport your AC unit. I mean, if you have any other type of big duffel bag, it might work, but this right here, it fits perfectly in there. Nice little padding around there. And then another product that you can get sold separately is the wireless remote, which I'll show you that up close on the camera. With this wireless remote, you're able to control your AC unit, whether you're in your tent or you're sitting like away from it, and you're like sitting near the grill, and then this is near your guest. You don't have to walking back and forth, or maybe the AC unit is at a higher point or outside of your vehicle, outside your house. You can easily control it with this. It's pretty cool. It has a magnetic back, so that way, in case you need to stick this onto the back of like your rig or any type of toolbox in your garage, you can do that. And with this remote, there's also an app you can use, but the remote, I mean, to me, it's a little bit faster, a little bit easier. It also has controlling the wind speed. It tells you the temperature outside or in the current room you're at, and it lets you switch between eco mode, and it has just a really good amount of features. So check that accessory out as well. Some of the really cool features that I wanted to mention about this, some of the product tech description was that this overall weight is 25.5 pounds. It has a really strong ergonomic handle right here that you can grip it and pick it up with 1 or 2 hands. And you know, this thing is designed for camping, whether you're doing the van life or just an off-road, you know, Yoda, a Jeep, whichever, or if you're even your patio looking just to relax. And then you can use it in all these different settings. And also the fact that it has the water resistant capability, that's a bonus, especially with electronics. You don't want to get that messed up. Trying to think like, okay, if you're losing power during the thunderstorm or a hurricane, even a winter blast, and you need something to help you maintain that climate control, this is pretty quiet. It's only around 42 decibels, which is pretty low rated. It also doesn't use up that much power. It can give you about 5,000 BTU units. What that means is that if you're gonna connect it up to a solar generator, which I'm gonna do right now really quick, or if you're just gonna have it, let me see, hooked up in your house, I'll just do it that way. This thing's dead. Didn't charge it. So right now, I'm gonna hook it up to my house wall plug. So I was using this previously in the garage during the summer. Like I said, I was moving in, and this thing came in clutch. It wasn't too hard to figure out even when I first got it. And then as I used it over the past couple of days of moving in, I just learned the different features. So right now, it just turned on. Let me give you a better view. So right now, I just turned it on. I'm gonna hook up the discharge hose, which connects on the back. And then you can just run this to drop the water out in like a bucket. And one thing I've read in the manual is you want to tilt it up so that it could properly drain. So what that means is just, you could put something on the bottom like that, and it'll allow it to raise its elevation so that way you can drain out any water in the back. And instantly you could feel cold air is coming out of there. But like I was saying, the S2 Pro, it has a very efficient and quiet climate control with a Panasonic inverter compressor. Its cooling capabilities is around 5,100 BTUs, and generally a 5,000 BTU unit cools rooms between 100 to 2,500 square feet. So it'll be perfect for small bedrooms or small tents or just small offices or anywhere like that. And for heating, it uses around 1,800 watt. So you can see here on the top, this is a little like area that if you wanted to, you can put your remote right there to keep it in lock, you know, in space. Or if you want to take it with you, just take it with you. But these are your controls. If you don't have the remote, this is where you can adjust your cooling speed. So the fan is at max right now and it's blowing out pretty cold air. This is for your temp control. So if you want to make this warm, you're just going to press right here. And you could also do this from the app as well. And as you're raising the temperature, it'll adjust so that you can get that to what temperature you'd like. So now I got it in hot and heat mode. And if you notice in the front, it turns the color from blue to orange. So that way you can get an idea. Take off the auto real quick. But yeah, overall, if you're not wanting to use that, it's really nice to get the remote, which you can control right here. It's on. So with this remote, you're gonna have a lot better capability to control without having to be right up on it. So what I think about the S2 Pro is that it's really, you know, it's a pretty user-friendly system. It does come with a paper manual, and if you need support, I've noticed that when I reach out to them, whether it's Instagram or send them an email, they're very responsive. Setting this up is not too difficult to figure out, even if you're just trying to look at this without even following instructions. It kind of fits perfectly on the front. This part goes up here. You just got to slide down these bottom parts. And then for the back, it's the same thing. You just kind of put this back here. And when you hook this up, the reason you'd want to do that is because this is going to allow you to put your ventilation hose. So you can do two on the front, because say you want to get most maximum amount of heat or cool air into your designated room, or you can do two on the back so you can get all of that exhaust air out of your room. The way I used it was I was running one on the front, one on the back, and I opened up the window so that way all the exhaust air was going out that way and then the cool air was going in the other way. Not too hard to work. But like the 5 different modes that it comes with are going to be, it has cooling, it does heating, and I know a lot of people have mentioned this. They're like, no, this does not replace like a diesel heater. And right now I'm in, you know, Louisiana, like north of New Orleans, so it's not that cold yet. It has gotten to some days where it dropped like in the 40s, and I think like, you know, in the 50s or 60s, or maybe like low 50s, this would be good. It's just enough to keep your hands warm, warm up the tent. But if you're dropping like below freezing, that's where you're going to probably need something a little bit stronger than this. But for the most part, this is going to overall give you that comfort level in those very good different elements. But in the summertime, real hot and humid, it worked like a champ. Dehumidifier, that's pretty interesting. That before getting this, I had bought a home dehumidifier that I used in the house living in Florida. Super humid along the coast. Now in Louisiana, close to the coast, same situation. But it's pretty cool knowing that now I have something portable besides just that standard dehumidifier. Like this can do cooling, heating, dehumidify, and also, you know, with hurricane season over with, but it's still going to come every year. If you lose power, you know, have a solar generator like I have with a solar panel, I could run this for a couple of hours, or if I get a bigger one, I could run it even longer and at least keep one room cool, which that had happened before in Jacksonville, Florida. We lost power, hurricane wiped out some stuff. We didn't have one of these at the time, so I had to go buy a big bulky one from the store and use it to keep one area cool until the power came on after a couple of days. So this could come in handy for that. The cooling mode, there's like different settings, so that way if you're trying to think like, well, I don't want something too loud at night, I need something that I can sleep to and not have to be very loud. It has a eco sleep mode that can give you a lot less noise. So if we switch this to eco sleep, it's gonna lower its decibel and also help conserve energy. So that way you don't have to worry about it, you know, getting, let's see. And you can set how long you want it to run. So if you want it to run for 6 hours, 8 hours, or an hour or two, and you fall asleep, you don't have to worry about it running all night long. So let's get this back to cool mode. Warm mode, it is pretty warm. It's keeping my hands real toasty right here. Let's get a closer look at this. So if you look right there, this blue light, it's gonna be on whenever you have your AC mode on. And if you come over here and you look at this and you're like, okay, I want to change the mode to actually right there, you can change it to now hot, to warm air. So you notice the color turns to like an orange. That's gonna let you know, okay, this is switching over to like a warmer air setting right now. And the side, it just says Cybertake S2 on there, which there is an S1 that's only a cooling unit. So if you do not need the heating capability, you can also check that out. And we'll go back to the bag and all of its storage capabilities. There's the bag again, really nice. So like I was saying, the Cybertake S2 PRO, it's been working for me so far these past 4 months. No complaints. I feel like this is going to be something you want to stay and subscribe to my channel to watch as I use it on my you know, any camping trips that I'll be going into next year here in Louisiana or back in Texas or anywhere else that I may go in the FJ. And I can further demonstrate how this is used, but it's not only just for camping. I also used it while I was grilling in the backyard, staying cool, and I also, when I'm working in the garage or I was doing a brake job, came in clutched, kept me you know, in my right mind state to be out there when it was 94 degrees in the humid, hot months of Louisiana in the summer, being able to get it done. Packs up really nice in the bag, no complaints there. I feel like this is something like with limited space in the FJ Cruiser, I still wouldn't mind taking that with me. So you should check this out as well. And it just shut off, now it's done with. But 2 accessories to recap on it: wireless remote and storage bag. If you want to have hit me up for further questions, drop a comment below or hit me up on Instagram or Facebook and TikTok. Greatest of all Texas, out.